All right, it's another episode of the Way Out Here podcast. If you haven't already, head over to our Facebook page. We'll be posting on there almost every single day. We'll also post the YouTube videos and other clips as well. Make sure you go to facebook.com/Way Out Here for more Way Out Here info. All right, first topic, we got to talk about the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul, all of us were rooting against him, very much so, but Jake Paul knocked Ben Askren out in the first round. Very emphatic win. Thoughts on the Jake Paul fight?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna preface.
Did it solidify for you guys that he's a real fighter?
No, hell no. Because
he didn't fight somebody who's like a good striker.
No,
if he fought somebody that was a good striker in the UFC in one, I'd be like, dang, maybe. But the fact that he boxed somebody who's notorious for not being a good striker whatsoever, like they didn't even get into the UFC for striking or knocking somebody out. It was pure wrestling.
Right.
Yeah. Am I right, Taylor?
No, I mean you're right. You are right. But the only difference is like with MMA is when you're throwing hands. Like he even said it in his interview that he was just so used to, like, when people throw that overhand right, he just ducks it and takes them down. Right. So he doesn't have like good defense. He just takes people down, which, you know, he's a wrestler. He's a MMA
to Jake Paul's credit, he is the one that pointed that out even before the fight.
Yeah. Well,
he said, hey, Ben Askren wants to take me down, but he's not able to in boxing. So advantage me already, because that's been Ben Askren's tendency forever. He's a world champion, like gold medalist wrestler, you know?
No, I think was he a gold medalist, Olympian? I don't know.
Yeah, he was an Olympian, which is cool in its own right.
He was like a well-decorated collegiate wrestler. He fought for Bellator, he fought for one, and then he fought for the UFC. He held a belt in Bellator, he held a belt in one. Like, he's not a slouch. But you also have to take into account, like, he retired 2 years ago. He got hip surgery last year, and he's put on a couple of LBs since his UFC days.
I mean, let's make no mistake, he looked absolutely awful.
No, but I will say that Jake does show that he can box. Like, his setups were pretty, like, good. Like, they weren't bad setups. The difference between, like, this is what I'll say. Jake can box, but I don't think he can fight. You know what I mean? Like, if he got in there with some dude that could actually throw hands back and started popping Jake in the face, I don't know how he would handle it.
True.
Have we seen Jake Paul get hit yet?
No.
Really? Yeah.
He starched two dudes. Or did he starch three of them? Did he knock out KSI?
Yes, he did.
Did he? Yep. So he's 3-0 with 3 knockouts of dudes that don't know how to throw hands.
And the Nate Robinson fight was in the 3rd round, and they were only doing like 5 3-minute rounds or something like that. Like, the thing with Jake Paul, the problem that I have is they tailor these fights so well to Jake Paul, to where they're limiting the number of rounds, they're limiting the number of minutes in the round, they're limiting, like, even the like glove weight. They always modify for these boxers. So Jake Paul's doing so many.
Yeah, but I mean,
not boxing, I guess. Like, it's still boxing, but you put him in a 12-round fight with an actual boxer who can take a punch, and let's see Jake Paul in the 8th round of a fight. Yeah,
but you got to think too, though. Like, I'm sure, like, Jake would get to that point at some point.
Yeah,
but these fights aren't. I mean, everyone knows these guys who they're fighting aren't actual lifetime, been boxing since they were a kid. Nobody would be able to go in there. I mean, shoot, dude, barely even the dudes who train for this shit can barely do that, let alone people who, like, don't really. I mean, Ben just found out he was going to be doing this like 12 weeks ago, and he went in there, granted, he got knocked out. But, like,
bro, how you get knocked out in the first round? Oh, man, I didn't even watch the whole production, but I will say that I heard that basically the whole thing was a circus. Show. Absolute circus.
That's what I didn't watch it too.
Which is crazy, because at what point does Triller, who put on the fight, at what point does Triller run out of money here? Because they had the Jonas Brothers who performed. They had Justin Bieber perform. They were paying all of these boxers a shitload of money, but the pay-per-view like broke a record. So they had $75 million in pay-per-view purchases. So I guess they're never going to run out of money. We're just always going to see these crazy productions.
Well, the thing I heard is that most of those people own stock in that company. Like Snoop Dogg owns part of Triller. And
there's so many owners in Triller because Jake Paul also owns a portion of Triller as well.
Weird.
It is very, I mean, they're printing money at this point. The final totals that it came to, I read an article that Jake Paul got well over 8 figures, which means he was getting $10 to $14 million to fight. Ben Askren got about $5 million for the fight after the pay-per-view sales came in. So, I mean, if you're Triller, I guess, say you're paying the musical acts like $1 million to perform for, 10 minutes or something, you're still bringing in how much revenue? Like, that's a ton of revenue. So I guess to answer my own question, they're never going to run out of money. Like, this is such a crazy, they're on such a crazy streak now because now they've got lightning in a bottle. Now they're going to fight YouTubers with TikTokers. Now they're going to fight. Jake Paul's just like a prize fighter at this point, where no matter who he fights, he puts asses in seats, no matter how good the fight is.
I feel like, especially now after yes, he did technically knock out like a UFC fighter, and people at this point, I feel like want to see him get knocked out. So people are going to continue to pay to hopefully see him get knocked out. And if he keeps knocking people out, I hate to say it. When he's getting paid, he might have some sort of whether it's amateur boxing or something like that, he might have a future in boxing. He's young enough. He's super young.
He's not a bad boxer.
No,
I am not afraid to admit, his timing and the way he sets up his shots is actually pretty good. I was honestly surprised, but there's still just a huge difference between landing a lucky overhand right versus fighting an actual fight, where it's a dog fight between two guys.
Both of them are getting drilled.
That's when you start seeing people really turn it on. They either put up or shut up.
Well, it's literally fight or flight at that point.
Yeah. So I think honestly, if Jake would have lost that fight, I think Triller would have went under. They would have been like, no, we're done. That's it. So Jake literally had to win that fight for that company to continue.
That was my next question for you guys is, say Jake Paul does when he does lose at some point down the road, because he's going to take an L at some point, whether he magically beats Dylan Dennis or whoever next, and then say he fights Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz just wants a $15 million bag and goes and fights this YouTuber. He's going to take an L at some point. When he does take a loss, what does he do after that? Is he not a prize fighter anymore? Do you think people will still watch if his next fight, if he goes 5-0 and then he loses one, he's 5-1 going into the next fight, does he still get 1.5 million pay-per-views, or does nobody care anymore?
I don't think so. I think as soon as he gets knocked out, it'll be done. Honestly, I think as soon as I think as soon as if he gets into a dogfight or if he gets dropped by a decent boxer, I'd say it's, because at that point, unless he trains again, and I would say if he loses, he might fight one more time. And if he loses again, he'd probably be done.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so tough because there's no way to really know.
That would literally just be dependent on him. Is he going to take the loss and quit and throw a fit about it, or will he take a loss and try to make a career out of boxing?
Here's what's going to suck for all of us. Here's what's going to suck for all of us. He's going to lose in a decision.
No,
probably
no, there's no way.
No, but this is what's going to suck for all of us. We want him to get knocked out definitively. He lost the match. There's going to be a situation where he loses and it comes down to a decision.
True.
And it's 50-50. So he has somewhat of an argument that he should have won. And so he's still just making bag after bag.
He does the sugar show. Didn't count.
What is Sean O'Malley's reasoning why he's still undefeated?
Because he got hurt. He got hurt pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
He broke his own foot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which I kind of understand.
Or his Achilles tore something in his ankle, so he couldn't fight. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. He tweeted out Sean O'Malley tweeted out the other day, like, imagine thinking that I wasn't undefeated. just imagine.
Such a troll, dude. So funny.
He's the best.
Yeah.
All right, switching topics a little bit. On from UFC. Actually, one more question: who does Jake Paul fight next?
I personally, so during their little escapade,
I saw that. I
like,
know what you're gonna say.
When
Woodley?
Yes, Woodley was in there talking to his trainers and taping and was talking.
She was getting heated.
Oh, dude.
He was getting upset.
If there is anybody in the world that would literally obliterate Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley would take his head clean off. Tyron Woodley is like, I know he's lost all his fights the last like year, but he is still probably one of the scariest dudes.
Yeah, but you got to think too, like when you're boxing though, like if you're a UFC fighter going into boxing, you literally only have to worry about striking,
bro. And he's
that's got to be like the nice
striker.
He's a very good striker.
Woodley struggles on the ground, and so like this kind of plays into his hand.
No,
well, he doesn't struggle, but like
he just gets whooped up. He's gotten whooped up the last like.
How much does like an average, like a normal average pay-per-view fight? Do you know how much like the main card would make?
Dude, it depends on the name.
Depends.
Right. I'd say like average, like obviously not like not a McGregor fight, like probably like your average. I don't know. I guess there's not really like average fights anymore.
But
these
this
big
weekend
names in the UFC.
This weekend would be a good example. Like, what do you think Masvidal and Usman are going to make this weekend?
Oh, Usman's probably going to make like 100K for sure.
Really?
Like,
that's it?
Minimum. Yeah.
Dude, so that's
that's like
that's
nothing.
the thing, dude. If you're Tyron Woodley, you're licking your freaking chops at a paycheck to fight Jake Paul.
100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think
like you're talking
to try to get.
Yeah, I mean you're talking to probably at least $1 million.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Especially if he's fighting like a legit fighter.
I mean, if
like
Ben
people are
Askren
gonna tune in.
If Ben Askren got $5 million for fighting, then Tyron Woodley would for sure at least get that. And I mean,
this is the thing though, dude. Tyron is too much of a step up from Ben Askren that I don't think Jake's gonna try to do that because he knows that he'll get murked by Tyron. Yeah. I think he either goes after like a low end professional boxer, or he fights Dylan Dennis, which I would pay so much money to see.
Did you guys see the Dylan Dennis thing on Saturday?
Which one?
So Lana Rhoades is Mike Majak or whatever his name is.
Girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. So Logan Paul's best friend was dating Lana Rhoades. So Dylan Dennis was at the same restaurant as Lana Rhoades, and Lana Rhoades just broke up with Logan Paul's best friend.
Oh, no.
So Dylan Dennis went up to Lana Rhoades, and Lana Rhoades didn't know who he was. And so he conned her into like taking a picture with him. And then she ended up posting that picture on her story unknowingly. And so she accidentally trolled her like ex-boyfriend's brother, you know? So
oops.
Oh, bro.
Dude,
it was, and she like went on a podcast on, I think it was the BFF with Dave Portnoy. Yeah. She was like, I just didn't know who he was, to be honest. And they're like, bullshit, whatever. Like, you knew.
Did you hear
the ultimate troll
Josh's response? So I guess like, I don't know if like Lana Rhoades is her actual name. Yeah. Did you hear that? Like that kind of like banter?
Yeah. So her real name is like Amara.
Yeah.
And she goes by Amara on her vlogs and stuff. So if you follow her on YouTube, she's really trying to get away from like the whole porn star thing. But yeah, on that BFF spot, it was hilarious because Josh, who's like the 19-year-old kid on that podcast. He's like,
I have no idea who. Yeah, I watch her on her vlogs. That's how I know.
I know her by her vlogs. Yeah. Like Amara. And Dave looks at him like, no way.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Shut
like,
down.
That's bullshit.
We all know. We all saw the tattoo. Shut up.
And Josh goes, yeah, I'm just fucking with you guys.
It was so funny.
It's like nobody knows her besides Lana Rhoades. Like that's her name. 100%. So yeah, that whole saga, it will be interesting to see who Jake Paul fights next. I'm excited to, I mean, he's just going to keep stacking bags until this thing, I mean, runs out of gas or So good for Jake Paul. The one thing he's really good at, and the last thing I'll say about him, is he's so good at picking who he's fighting next.
Yeah.
Because
selling that too.
He's very smart.
Every level has been like a little bit better, incrementally better, but it's not like he is like, I think this is the problem that Logan Paul is having. Logan Paul wants to fight Mayweather. He's going to get absolutely hammered by Mayweather. And like then at that point, Logan will be what, 0-3? Nobody's going to watch Logan Paul fight anymore. Like
unless he fights Jake.
Oh, dude.
And that would be good.
And then Jake would murk him. So he'd be 0-4. And so like
if Jake I would pay big money to see Jake knock out Logan. Like I like Logan way more, but I would like to see that fight.
But it'd be kind of like a favor from Jake, which is the funniest part. Jake would be like, yeah, I guess I'll fight you. Like, if you need the money, young big brother, like whatever, like, I guess I'll do you this favor. Because Logan Paul, like, he needs to follow the Jake model or Jake blueprint here. He needs to go beat somebody first before he's fighting.
Yeah, but you gotta, I mean, he didn't even beat his fellow YouTuber. So
yeah,
I mean,
you gotta
start from a ground zero.
He lost one and then had a
split
tie
decision or whatever.
Yeah, he had a tie. It was a I don't remember what they call
no contest or whatever, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a split decision. One of those weird ones.
Yeah.
Who did we see last get in UFC? There was a big name that got a split. Oh, Cowboy. His last fight was a split decision.
Yeah, but he won though, didn't he?
No, it was just a split decision, like draw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, a draw. Who did he fight? Yeah. I remember.
But that was so weird. I was so excited for Cowboy to fight, and he just he had a draw and he just left. But all right, switching gears a little bit here. This one's a little bit more light, but Matthew McConaughey is a front runner right now for the Texas governor position. So he's been kind of like hinting that he wants to run for the governor of Texas. And apparently he has huge support in the state of Texas to actually run. And man, I couldn't think of a better like representative for Texas. I will say, I don't know why you would ever want to go into politics if you have, for one, money, and two, that much fame. I would stay the hell away from politics. But what do you guys think
I mean, dude,
McConaughey being governor?
Think about it. It's like on a way bigger scale, though. If you think about it, Trump.
True.
You know what I mean?
But he lost so much money, and people hate him now, and it's just like,
exactly
for what? Like,
same thing could happen to.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I still love.
There's
Trump.
just so little reward for doing that stuff.
For anything with politics.
It'll really, it kind of darkens it.
Right? Like Obama, when he came out of office, dude, he looked like he aged 40 years after he came. Like the before and after is brutal for Obama and really any president. But it's just crazy that people still want to do politics after all of this shit. Like half the country hates you, half the country, like, I guess, loves you, and you make a cool salary of $110,000 to do all this shit work. So, yeah. But again, Matthew McConaughey would be the coolest governor of all time.
All right.
All right, guys. What we have to do now? He's just a hurricane hits like Houston again. He's like, you guys just gotta chill out, man.
Just keep living, man.
No, Matthew. Like we need aid. Like we need help. He's like, nah,
all right.
Just gotta chill out.
Y'all got a bunker. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
He just drops pallets of marijuana on whatever city he needs to. Yeah, that's great. If he goes through with that, that'd be pretty wild. It'd be pretty wild to see him actually follow through. But he's the most Texas guy ever. He just like chills in Austin, Texas. Just does whatever he wants to, and eats with the locals. He's just, I guess, he's a down home Texan.
Yes.
So,
another topic in the Hollywood world. Demi Lovato. Did you guys see the story about Demi Lovato freaking out at her local frozen yogurt shop because she was offended that there was sugar-free options and gluten-free options so readily available, and she was offended that the shop was promoting such healthy options, basically fat shaming.
Okay.
Oh, wow. What did you say?
Was she just mad that they didn't have heroin in the thing? Or what are you? What kind of fucking soft ass goes in and yells at a yogurt. Go get off your high horse, lady.
Also,
What are you talking about?
this is in California. So if there is one place that is for sure going to have whatever dietary restriction you have, it's going to be there, right? It is going to be there. Fat free, sugar free.
Why is that bad?
Bun free.
Do you not like having choices? I'm very confused. Like,
she later issued an apology, but I was like, what a ridiculous thing to get upset about.
Nah, dude. Nah, I wouldn't even accept that. What a waste.
If you're the frozen yogurt shop, you just keep going after her.
Yeah. Dude, that's so stupid.
Kind of love that move.
What a joke.
I'm kind of baffled by that.
Right? Like, that's so ridiculous. And of course, it makes like trending news on Twitter. She issues a formal apology. I'm like, regardless if she was upset or not, it's just like, for one, it's stupid to be upset. Two, it's wild that this is even a breaking story. And we're even talking about it because it's such a non-issue, like being upset at something like that. And then for the frozen yogurt shop to make it public that she was there and all upset, it just turned it into such a big deal.
Yeah. I'm glad they did.
Thank you for shining a light on this.
I appreciate it. We can't let them just get away with whatever they want.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, how dare they better the people in the U.S.? God forbid.
We need fatter people. That's the one thing the United States needs.
That's the last thing we need.
Yeah.
More
that's
obesity.
That's what we need.
I don't think I've seen enough fat people around.
You're looking at one right now, dick face.
Thick boy summer.
Yes, thick with 4 C's summer. Let's do this. Matt, you got your 5-inch inseam shorts recently. How did those fit?
Well,
what a freaking little
I'm glad I'm not the only one that was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah, it's like 5-inch what? How did you know?
What you talking about?
That's 4 inches pretty generous there.
I was trying for you to like interject at any point and just figure out what we were trying to go off of.
Yeah, I gotta wash them, but I definitely gotta lose some lbs before I wear those. Looking a little plump.
But how's the tattoo look? I thought it looked good.
Oh, it looks spicy, and it's gonna look even spicier when I get it finished this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you have left at the tattoo?
Probably like 2 hours. So that's not
bad.
No.
So you did the majority of the work.
Yeah, we did. So about a month ago, we did about 4 hours, I'd say.
Okay.
So I got about probably like hour and a half, 2 hours left.
Man,
it's literally the only. Yeah, the only thing he has. I wish it was bigger. That's what she said. I do wish it was bigger though. Like that was like my biggest regret of the tattoo is it's doesn't cover more of my body.
Same.
Can relate.
Yeah, big facts, buddy.
Oh well, it just means I can add more later or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. You just gotta get creative.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna add to it though.
Whatever you want.
True.
Jungle behind that lion.
Just throw another line.
There's the jungle behind the line. Don't you worry.
That's why you need Manscaped.
Use code. Just kidding. We don't have.
I think we can get a little Manscaped sponsorship. Speaking of, I should reach out to them. See what's going on.
What about Race? Is Race still?
Yeah, you can use code WOH at raiseenergy.com.
Really?
We can get dual sponsored.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I'm ordering Raise right now.
Everybody's welcome. You just get your caffeine and you go get your Manscaped and just trimmed. You can drink energy drinks while you're getting your balls trimmed.
Do you guys use the newspapers that it came with?
No,
I do. It's actually kind of cool.
What?
Yours doesn't come with newspapers?
What are you talking about?
So you trim them into the newspaper?
Yeah. But it's funny, like it's like ball related newspaper stuff.
No, I didn't get
their packaging is A1. I'll tell you that.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Buying a luxury vehicle, but it's a ball trimmer. Right.
It comes in a like horse and carriage.
Fancy soft case, and it's got like everything all. It's crazy. I was very impressed.
Really, really good job on that. All right, last topic we got today. How I Met Your Father apparently is coming out. So, How I Met Your Mother spinoff with Hilary Duff as the main character.
Oh, actually, I'm not. Hey, that's
How I Met Your Father.
Childhood crush right there.
Yeah. So I knew you guys would be excited about the Hilary Duff part, but
dude, Lizzie McGuire.
Are you guys How I Met Your Mother fans?
Yes,
I watched it.
I loved it.
Oh, so
Yeah, I
double
watched it
whammy.
a couple of times.
I loved How I Met Your Mother. I used to watch that all the time.
It was a good show. It was pretty funny.
Yes, very funny.
Isn't that one
Very,
with Neil Patrick Harris?
Yep.
Yes.
Dude, I think it's so funny.
Suit up.
Dude, because he's gay in real life,
Yes.
but just plays the biggest player, like straight player ever in that.
And he does
that
so
show.
well
It's,
with it.
and it's so funny.
It's a very good show.
Dude, when I found out he was gay, I was like, no way.
Yeah, I know.
He
I did too.
Slays
like,
it in the TV show. What happened?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, look at this potential you have here. Damn it. What a waste.
Facts.
Neil Patrick Harris. But How I Met Your Father is supposed to be coming out 2022 with Hilary Duff. It's nice to see Hilary Duff back in the actress game. She's been away for a while. I think she did a reality TV show the past couple of years. I forget what it's called, but they just wrapped up filming, so she's been open to doing movies. And
she just had her second kid too, I think.
Yeah, is she married to a hockey player? I believe
She's about to be married to me.
Matthew Coma.
Is he a hockey player?
No, professional singer songwriter DJ.
He's a DJ?
I always switch these two: Hilary Duff and Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood's married to a hockey player.
Hilary Duff or Carrie Underwood? I'd say Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes, sir.
Official Carrie Underwood podcast, just accidentally. Yeah,
She's in a scary movie in 2019, The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
I'm sorry, but she can't just rebrand herself as a horror film actress.
She can do whatever she wants, man. It's Lizzie McGuire.
Dude, if you saw Lizzie McGuire running through the halls as fast as she can away from some monster, you'd be like, no way.
I'd jump through the screen and save her, and she'd fall in love with me and have a beautiful family together.
I feel like you've thought about this before.
Yeah, when I was in 6th grade, dude, I was the biggest fan, bro.
Hey, I'm
bought every CD she came out with.
I am absolutely not knocking it, buddy.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Big fan.
All right, we got one whack thing and woe facts next. Let's switch it up a bit. Let's do woe facts first. Tay, what's your woe fact?
Well, as I was looking up random facts, I had a lot of animal facts that popped up.
Dude, right? I had a lot of those today too for some reason.
I just saw another one that's really weird, but the one I was looking at, the original one, I was going to say
we can do as many woe. There's no limit.
Right,
we should do just a woe fact episode where all we do is just read through facts.
Just read through facts and then just react to them.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to do 2. 1, octopuses have 3 hearts.
Didn't know that. That's wild.
I did not know that.
Why do they have more than one? Probably to control the legs. It makes sense.
So really, it's
for all the tentacles.
Maybe
it's a tripus.
I don't know. That's the only one that doesn't have a link, so that one might be.
What did he say?
But the original one I was gonna do. So
it's a rebrand.
I don't want to get that looked at. That's some Alabama shit.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right.
Anyways.
All right. Last one. I'm gonna get off of this. We're gonna go to your guys. But, all right. Platypuses don't have a stomach. Their esophagus goes. It literally goes food goes down their throat, their esophagus, and it goes straight to the intestines. There's no stomach.
Whoa.
Right.
That seems efficient.
Seems dangerous.
So
how
they
does
have
their body break down the food?
So nothing is broken down. They just shit Whole Foods.
That's where Whole Foods gets in. Okay, makes sense. I'm trying to remember what a platypus looks like. Don't Google image that last part.
Don't. They're they look like a little sea otter, but they're furry. They got a duck bill.
Literally looks like a toe. Looks like my big toe.
Whoa. It also kind of has some features of a duck.
What are those things? I'm actually genuinely concerned about this.
It has
dude, it's like a mix between a duck and a beaver.
Yeah, actually.
because it has like the feet of a duck.
It's like web feet, but they're flippers
Yeah.
at the same time. It's very strange looking.
What a weird ass.
Have you guys
animal.
never seen a platypus before?
It's been a while, honestly.
They have them at the, or maybe they don't have them in the zoo. I swear they have them.
I feel like the only time I've seen a platypus is on like a cartoon show, so it's not like an actual like what a platypus looks
have
like.
a zoo?
No.
We have
What?
cattails, or we used to have
Yeah.
cattails.
Cattail. We went to cattails all the time.
I want to go to a zoo, just go downtown.
Cattails was literally a
Go to Winco
local
at, like,
Tiger
at
King
night.
park. That's what that was.
That's for sure.
True.
Spokane needs a zoo. Every city has a zoo. Even if it's not super big, you have to have one zoo.
Seattle has a zoo.
Seattle Zoo is huge and it's awesome.
I fed a giraffe at that zoo. It was pretty sweet.
I love.
Did you know
Seattle Zoo.
giraffes can't burp?
I didn't know that. That's
Why you say that?
What?
They just can't burp.
Yeah, I just randomly thought about that. 'Cause I
you
saw
knew.
it somewhere.
Wait, you knew that like before?
Mhm.
That was something that was in the old memory bank, just
Yeah.
waiting, festering.
Yeah.
Wow,
Giraffes can't
Yes.
burp.
I'm impressed. Nice.
I think it probably just like by the time it gets up to their mouth to like burp, like all that stuff, like all the gases and everything probably just dissolves. if I
Oh,
had to
probably
guess.
because it takes so long.
Yeah. It takes them 3.5 years just to burp.
Matt, what's your woe fact?
A lot of things. Actually, I didn't know this, but did you know the funny bone is actually a nerve?
It makes sense that it's a nerve. I
Because
mean,
when
it
you hit
makes
it,
sense that
yes.
it's a bone.
Yeah.
I did know that because I fractured my funny bone basically off my elbow
That's
when
your
I was.
weenus, you idiot.
No, I'm dead, dude. I have pinholes.
Oh, we
in
get
my
it. You're
elbow.
tatted. Okay, we get it. You're yatted.
Shut up.
Yeah, Taylor's making up this whole injury just to show
I
that.
No, I'm not. This is what happened. Okay, I was in middle
Make sure it
school.
didn't happen.
I was 13, 12, somewhere around there. Okay. I was riding my bike in a race. I broke my left arm. Okay. Off the bike for 6 months. Got back on the bike the first time after 6 months. Dislocated my right arm. And then
Holy moly.
it dislocated so bad that it snapped basically the funny bone off my elbow. And that bone is like attached to like all your finger tendons in your hand and stuff. So they had to put like 2 pins in it. So I don't really have, so like the funny bone on my right arm now is like extremely.
Yeah. So this is
easy
what
to,
this
like,
little thing says. So
That
the
must be
name
hella annoying.
the name funny bone comes from the humerus bone, which connects the shoulder to the elbow. However, that's not the source of the tingling sensation you feel when you bump your elbow just right. It's actually the result of the humerus bone coming in contact with the ulnar nerve, which is responsible for telling the brain about feelings in the ring and pinky fingers.
Wow.
So I guess
Taylor
that's
basically
lying.
explained that pretty well.
I
He said it
think
was
he's still
attached to your
lying.
hand and
I
everything.
don't think he's still lying. I think he's still lying. I don't think it happened.
I have scars on my. Fuck you. All right. I know that. I was there.
It happened.
I picked up my arm and it spun the wrong way in a 360.
no.
And I literally passed out because I was so freaked out. I was crying.
Dude,
Oh,
isn't
it
that
was-
weird? Dude, that happened
dude.
like when I broke my wrist and I like, because it was in spring.
Yeah.
So like we all always had long sleeves on and I like dove for the ball and like rolled up on it and it snapped. I was like, shit, I can't move my hand right now. And I pull up my sleeve and my wrist was like,
Oh yeah.
It was worse than that, my guy. I saw it. It was worse than just it was like limp on your arm. It was the
Yeah.
grossest thing I saw like
It's pretty
live
bad.
happen.
Did
It
you
was pretty
break
bad.
both of them?
What?
The bones in your wrist?
Yeah, so so I either broke the ulna and shattered the radius or flip-flop. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah.
That was-
Mine was I did the same thing. I didn't shatter the one, but I fractured both of them, and mine was in a literal S. So
Ooh,
yeah.
God.
I
Put it
know
in
the
a
feeling.
blender.
I honestly think though I would rather snap bones than dislocate joints because
Oof.
Yes.
once they dislocate, they're never the same. They're trashed. Your joints are stretched beyond belief. It takes forever. So yeah, I'd rather snap bones for sure.
People who
I don't
like
know. I'd
are
rather
playing
just
a
not hurt
sport-
myself.
Yeah, that's a
true.
good point.
That's why I stay inside.
People who like dislocate their
Safe.
elbow or people who dislocate their elbow or like dislocate a shoulder. Oh, that is like
It's literally just gross when anything breaks or dislocates. It's nasty to look
Yeah.
at because it's obviously
It's
like
not
not
right.
normal. It's not normal.
Oh,
It's
the,
a trip.
There's like a football montage of people dislocating their like ankle.
Dude.
Dude, no.
When linemen
I can't watch that.
No.
just when linemen roll up on running backs or whatever, and you can see their foot out of the pile, you're like, no, done with this.
Also, what makes me cringe is when you see like slow-mo videos of people running and then they like hyperextend their leg.
Oh,
dude.
No.
Even though it's like they don't break it or anything, like, dude, just the look of it just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Bro, the worst ones are the leg press ones.
Yes, yes. I was just about to bring this up.
The knee snaps backwards. Oh, dude. I
can see it right now.
If if I'm watching a video and I know what's happening, I don't watch it. I have to watch it. I literally am like
psychopath.
I'm like, oh, here we go. And it's
I don't even watch like squats anymore. People squatting, I just scroll past it because I feel like I know what's about to happen. Even if somebody's breaking a damn record, I always feel like something terribly wrong is going to happen where they either snap their leg or like they snap their arm or squats, deadlifts, like anything like that. I'm out on those videos. I do not want to see you.
Did you see that big old boy snap? He literally snapped his pec muscle off of
You showed us
body.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was gross.
But he was also trying to incline press like 500 pounds. It's like, dude, really? Like, why? Because that's not even there's no reason for it because there's not even a competition in like powerlifting because it's just flat bench, squat, and deadlift. So there's no reason that you need to be incline pressing 500 pounds.
Another one that we didn't bring up is the people who tear their biceps.
Yep.
The nasty bruise that it has throughout their whole, like their pec and their arm is just purple because because somewhere in there, their bicep is just curled up. Injuries are gross. Injuries are so we just had like an ASMR section of just like gross shit. Like welcome to Whoa Facts, where we just give you
ASMR is sounds, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, that was we basically in detail described every injury that you could possibly have on your body.
Touche.
Fair enough.
I'll add some like sounds in there for the production.
Yeah.
Maybe this week we get.
I broke my leg.
Put the mic up to my knees and like you can hear the cartilage or something.
Oh,
dude, that's
have you ever seen those TikToks where they're like, "Tell me you're old" without telling me they're old? And this guy, like, he put one of those like iPhone headphones like in his knee, and he bent down, and both his knees just went click click. He's like, "Yep."
Dude, have you seen those like videos where the girlfriends will put some sort of like
they'll
cracker
put, like,
in their mouth and it makes like a loud pop, and they have their boyfriends like crack their back, pop their back, and then as soon as they do it, they crunch down and makes that loud pop, and their body just goes limp, and the boyfriends are like freaking out. They thought they just killed her. They're like, "Oh my god,
that's just
brutal. So funny."
That's such a brutal prank.
That's such a horrible prank.
I'd be like, "Thank God, get me out of here. You suck." Wish it happened last time.
Just drop them. Well, time to get the bleach in the garbage bags.
I'll
be back in a minute.
Good thing I got an electric saw, battery powered.
I just charged my electric battery packs. Nice.
Hell yeah, they're 15 volts. They'll cut right through it.
15 volts.
Talk about something that you've obviously planned before. That right
multiple times. Yeah, I've had some really bad relationships.
You always got to have an escape plan, bro.
Oh my goodness!
Like Jimmy Neutron, got a blast.
Matt just texts us like a number. He just goes 4. We're like, oh, plan initiated.
4.
Out.
He's done. He's gone.
Like, we're never gonna see Matt again. He gives the go ahead. All right, my woe fact here It's out of Russia. So while ambulance chaser might be a slur in the United States, Russians take their selfish use of emergency vehicles to a whole nother level by hiring ambulance taxis, luxuriously appointed ambulances that they hire for $200 an hour that will blast their sirens and speed the passenger to wherever they need to go.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah, right.
Actually, not a bad idea.
So how's that a slur in the United? Like what?
Like ambulance chasers. Like if you were
I've never
called
heard of that before.
I mean, it's not like saying like a real bad word, but like
No.
if you're
Can you give me an
called
example of like a real bad word? I'm just kidding.
yeah, that's ASMR that you don't want to hear.
Debatable.
What?
But if you're called an ambulance chaser, that's not like a.
Like,
nice
I've
thing
never
to say to
I've never
somebody.
heard that before though.
I mean, people
So
do
what
it
is
like
it?
I don't know if I've ever heard ambulance chaser, but I've definitely heard of people that will like call
Follow
the ambulance.
Oh.
No, they'll call the ambulance. Or are you talking about people that follow the ambulance when they're running?
Is that what they're
around?
talking about?
Yeah, ambulance chasers, like the people who literally go behind the ambulance when they're going to the hospital and they're flying down 90 miles an hour and they're right behind them.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a slur. What the fuck? That's
You
called
guys
tactics, bud.
Yeah, it's called using your resources. Look
I
it
know
up.
back in the day, now that we're talking about this, back in the day, there were personal injury lawyers that would ambulance chase. They would like meet people who are injured at the
That's
hospital
smart.
and they would like sign them up for their law office. And then they would then like sue whatever for whatever reason, whoever got hurt. And they would sue the hospital if they did any wrongdoing.
Smart.
Man, lawyers are just something else, buddy.
There's some good people.
Personal injury lawyers. Oh man, I don't know. That's a different breed. That's personal injury lawyers. They can get a little shady, but the personal injury lawyers also do the most like weird marketing for themselves of all time.
One call, that's all.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like they'll just do weird slogans like that, or like have a giant billboard of themselves just like with their arms folded, like we'll get you every penny you deserve. And it's just like, what is going on here? I would never sign up for that.
Have you or a loved one suffered from mesothelioma? Why? Yes, I have.
Dude, talk about unlimited ad spend. I mean,
Yeah.
how are they out of money yet? There's no way they could still have mesothelioma ads on TV. It's been going on for 15 years.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I haven't watched like legitimate cable TV in probably like 2 years. I have no idea. I just
Really?
That's true.
Yeah, I never really. I guess the only time I have is I recently got like Peacock, and the
Does
streaming
Peacock
service.
have ads?
Did you get tested for that?
Yeah, I came up positive.
Been there.
But no, the only reason I got Peacock was the Supercross was on
Oh, that's all right.
Peacock.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so that was the only reason I got it, and they have TV, so I watched a little bit, but I don't know, it wasn't really anything. It was just like Saturday Night Live like reruns on one channel, and but I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see. I'm pretty sure they had ads. I didn't see any mesothelioma ones. Not like the good old ones.
Dang.
Have you or a loved one? That's why it's always like I go, ooh, what am I getting $14 for?
The 3 a.m. commercials used to bang. Like you would watch like 15 minutes of the actual show, and it's like 45 minutes of just random ass commercials donating to charities across the world.
Michael Bolton comes on in the middle of the night and starts singing. You can own these classics from
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh man, those were
Good old days.
All the time.
The good old days. All right, let's go to one whack thing and wrap this thing up. Matt, you want to go first?
Yes, sir. This happened early last night into this morning. Police in Kentucky were chasing around a buffalo that escaped its owner's property, and it managed to elude the police all night and day up until this morning. They ended up getting it into animal control care. It's doing well. Then it's getting taken back to the owner as we speak.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy ending there.
I just different kind of happy ending. I don't see buffalo in Kentucky. I just see like that's just a weird thought for me. Like
Tatanka lives
stop.
everywhere.
I don't know.
Big,
it's just
big white buffalo.
I've had a couple great white buffaloes that escaped. I don't want to talk about it. Shut up.
That's them 3 a.m. You up?
Dear diary.
That escaped.
You guys ever had buffalo before? Like ate buffalo?
Yeah, it's good.
Super good.
It's really good.
Where
What?
do you have this at? Did you make it yourself?
Wait,
No,
is bison and buffalo the same thing?
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
Well,
bison burgers are fire.
Yeah, I'm a
Straight gas.
bison. Yeah, bison and buffalo are the same thing. Why
It's
did
that
I
good,
have to look
good.
that up?
Is it like male, female? Bison
I think
are a type of buffalo?
I think bison they're just non-binary. They don't really have a
They're gender fluid. No, they're bison and buffalo are the same thing.
they go both ways. Okay.
Yeah, they swing both ways. I had bison in
How
Montana.
progressive.
Dude, bison is really good.
There was actually this place called this little town north of St. Regis, I believe. It's called like Plains.
Yeah, Plains, Montana.
Yeah, just super tiny town. But right outside of Plains, there was like this, like a food cart, and it just said bison burgers, and I was like, I was like,
That's where
you
can
know that slaps.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it slaps. I was like, oh yeah, all right, I'm gonna try it out. It was good. It was.
That's like finding
really
a random tamales truck on the side of the road.
Yeah,
and you're just like, I know this is gonna bang.
It was definitely like
it's gonna bang my ass later.
Top
too.
5 burgers of all time. It was so good.
Also true.
Yeah, dude, bison is super good because I think it's more like lean than, or I don't know if that's what if it's more lean or something like that than like a normal burger. So it tastes really good.
I'd imagine so, just because.
No, my dad. I probably could ask my dad, and he would tell me. He'd give me all the scientific facts for the last 3,000 years about it, and what it pairs good with.
Yeah, what wine, what beer you can drink with it.
Pairs with a nice Coors Light.
You're gonna want a little hazy IPA with that bison.
God, if he ever said that to me, I'd slap him in his face.
All right, Tay, what's your one whack thing?
My whack thing is Farmer Boys Foods in California is holding a superfan contest that they partnered up with the Honorable Society Tattoo Shop in West California and Rock and Ink Tattoo in Las Vegas to have a superfan get a tattoo of their logo, and they have 3 different options. And if you get the tattoo, you get free burgers for 1 whole year.
See, okay, we brought this up last episode about the whole like getting tattoo. 1 whole year's worth is such bullshit.
Depends on how long.
It's only a 2x2 tattoo, so it's this little tiny tattoo.
Don't care. I need
I don't mean how long.
I would. Nah, dude, I would do it for a year.
It depends how many times I can go there within like
do it for
the
free.
year. If it's like once a month, I'm not doing it.
That's a good point. Here,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's like once a week, I do it.
I demand even more. Like I need lifetime access to that place
for me and my boys.
If I am tattooing an actual brand on myself, like I need
some sort of sponsorship deal.
I need to know that this is like a lifetime bond, because it's a lifetime bond for me. It should be a lifetime bond for you as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Monster logo on my chest. And then Kyle tatted on my back.
I will pay for you to get it on your chest if you want to do it, dude. I will throw cash down for that. That might be the greatest thing. We'll
start a GoFundMe.
That would quite literally be the end of Kevin and Christy Doyle. Like
they
would
honestly, as long as I can cover it, it's fine. I don't think they. I mean, they definitely care.
GoFundMe for just like weird tattoos.
Oh, we would literally just all we would have to do is just film Christy's reaction to this, and it would go viral in 2 minutes. Christy,
dude, it would be like that mom on that TikTok video who's freaking. Have you seen that video, Clayton, where she's like freaking out at her son because he got a tattoo?
Yes. Okay, I didn't know where, because
she's like trying to wipe it off with a paper towel. Oh, it's coming off. No, it's not, Mom.
No, it's not, Mom. No, it's
We
not.
said below the elbow. That was so funny.
Oh man, absolutely wild. All right, my one whack thing here. A river in Wales has turned white after a milk tanker overturned and spilled all of its contents into the water. It's an undisclosed amount of milk, but there's been milk flowing in this river now for the past 4 days. It's just a white river now.
Yo,
It looks really gross.
You wouldn't want to swim in milk?
do you think that would mess with like the fish and stuff in there? Or?
Nah, they're just gonna grow just massive. They're just bulking up, dude.
Oh,
the fish are just like there's like weird testosterone levels in the river now, just from this milk, just because we're pumping
Dude, that's
cows
like
with random
white.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it can't be great for the wildlife. It's not like they live in milk.
Yeah.
But with how diluted I bet it is really funny.
How are you supposed to get that out? You know what I mean? Also,
You just filter it.
You just let nature take its course.
Just wait till it curls
you just
up
put
and
like a
pull it
little
out.
Beretta in
Oh, actually,
Oh.
what about the smell after a couple days, dude? A couple hot days,
dude. Well, it's in Wales. Where's
Yeah.
Isn't Wales in Europe? It
dude. What
probably
if they had a hot day like we had on like Sunday or something, and it's like 80? All of a sudden, you just get curdled milk in that river. Oof.
No, thank you.
Well, but normally, like, even the weather would have to be so hot for it to do that, because like the water is always flowing, so it's not like it's standing water.
True.
If it was standing water, I'm sure it would get like really bad. But normally, like if it's like flowing water, it would stay pretty cool. And the weather in Wales right now is like 40 degrees, high of 60, so they're fine.
Oh, what a miserable place. JK, I think it's like 40 degrees in Spokane right now.
What a miserable place.
Same exact weather.
Might hook this shit to my veins.
Dude, April is such a tease in Spokane. You'll have
seriously,
like
dude.
once or twice a week you'll touch 75, and then the rest of the days are just, it was so windy on Sunday? Sunday it was like 34, 40 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah, at night.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and like next week, so Saturday is 52, 57, 59. Like it's not going to touch 70 until middle of May again. So it's gone. We lost it. Summer's done. We're already into fall here.
No, it's not. Shut your mouth.
We're into fall yet? Oh my God.
It just sucks. April is such a tease. It's crazy. Like it's so nice, and then it levels out again, and it's shitty. How about the U.S. Open canceling tickets on us?
They suck. I called it. I'm a preface. I don't know how to say that word.
Big word.
I'm just saying.
Good job, Taylor.
I said there is a big chance that they're gonna cancel this because it's in California and they are too soft to open up.
Okay, so they didn't cancel the tournament.
Well, they canceled my tournament, so now I'm pissed.
True.
So freaking.
It's all right. At least we're getting like a refund, and we're gonna be in San Diego for like 5 days. So
yeah, no,
it could be a blessing in disguise for sure. Also, California is the most vaccinated state out there, so I'm a little confused why. I guess.
Well, and the thing that I still find funny is like, yeah, you get vaccinated, but yet we still have to wear a mask. We get vaccinated. That's what doesn't make any sense to me. What's the point of a vaccine then if we still have to do all that shit?
Why are you getting vaccinated for a disease that has a 0.03% death rate?
0.03 would be rounding up.
Yeah,
that's
fair. Just saying, just throwing it out there, California. We're gonna be outside, man.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't get too. It's like
let it roll
outside.
And it's supposed to COVID is like very, very well known now. When the temperatures rise, COVID's less like infectious than.
Yeah, and if you drink bleach, you can't get it. I tried that last year. I'm fine. I only have a couple like ticks here and there, you know.
Also, a couple of Tide Pods, you'll be fine.
Dude, my insides are clean as a freaking whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Tide Pod a day keeps the doctor away.
Dude, that's what freaking Google said. Google can't lie.
Big facts.
Any topics we missed this week?
Oof. I don't know. Jake Paul sucks.
Yeah.
Logan. We got the fights coming up this weekend.
Masvidal, Usman. Any
Masvidal,
predictions
Usman
for you think Masvidal can take down Usman?
No.
I don't think
Masvidal is. I want Masvidal to win because I like Masvidal.
Same.
But Usman is like miles ahead of everybody in that division right now, except for Colby Covington. I think Colby's the only one that has a legitimate chance at like beating him up because he went 5 rounds with him and they were both tanked, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They really were.
Yeah.
Colby just got caught with a really good right hand. You know, I mean, that's the only one I really want to see again. But
I always marvel at the fact that there are so many noticeable names in the UFC now. I mean, just following it for a couple of years as closely as I have, like it's come so far since I started watching where almost every name, it's not just because I've been watching it more and more. Like there are straight up so many good fighters in the UFC.
Yeah.
They have such a good roster now.
Yeah, the roster 100% unreal.
Like even the pre-card or the prelims are just fight. Sometimes like we've watched fights where the prelims are the main
better than the main card. Yeah, that happened in the
McGregor.
Yeah, the last
prelims we like
card that had 3 title bouts on it or whatever.
Oh, it was Nunes and Peter Yan and
I don't even remember. I don't see. That's the thing. I don't even remember the fights. That's how bad.
It was Izzy. It was Israel.
Oh yeah.
Or no,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was who was it?
That fight I remember.
Was it? It was
prelims
UFC
being better
260,
though.
right? Was it UFC 260 or UFC? Oh yes, it was. Wait, no, it was 259.
UFC 259.
So that was it was Izzy. It was Peter Yan, Sterling, and then Nunes, Megan, and then Blankovic and Izzy.
That's right. And he won.
Yeah.
Damn it, bro. John Blachowicz is a dark horse. Literally comes out of nowhere and just murks everybody. Holds
Polish power.
Holds 2 belts now for no reason.
Does he really?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume, right? He beat Israel Adesanya, and Adesanya is the one.
Is that light heavyweight?
185? No, John's is light heavyweight, and
yeah. So Izzy didn't lose his belt for losing that fight, though.
Really?
I don't think so. That belt wasn't up for grabs.
Just the light heavyweight belt?
Just the light heavy. Yeah. So Izzy was trying to carry 2 belts.
Yeah.
If he would have won, he would have carried.
Yeah. Also, we haven't talked about it. Thug Rose fights this weekend.
Oh yeah.
In the co-main.
Can't wait.
Dude, that girl she's fighting is 21-1 though.
Dude, do we figure out what we're doing? Savage. Wei Li Zhang. Or whatever.
So Thug Rose is like on the ropes, you think?
Oh, Yuri Hall is fighting Chris Weidman.
Woof, that's actually going
to be a good one.
That'll be a really good one. Who else is fighting on this card? Anthony Smith, Jimmy Crute. Anthony Smith's kind of a softie. Alex Oliveira is pretty good.
Dude, 34-16. That's so 50 fights.
That's so many fights.
That's just like.
Who are you talking about?
It's not the title belt, but it's the Anthony Smith is 34-16.
Well, Anthony Smith is pretty good too. I remember his face. I'm better with like faces in the UFC than I am names.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Smith he's a stud, dude. Just trying to think who his last fight was. Yeah, he was 3-0 last year. Or no, he's 2-0. He's 0. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna shut up. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure.
I just remember his name. Maybe it was just because he was getting his ass beat the whole time. Because he lost 2 fights last year.
Yeah. He's not bad. I mean, he's a good fighter. He fought John Jones and got murked up by John Jones. Then he fought one more time after that and he got beat. I'm trying to figure out who he fought here.
He went to a decision. That's crazy. He fought after that Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh,
nailed it.
He fought
Got it.
Alexander. Did he?
Yeah,
did he
dude.
win or did he lose?
He won
Holy shit!
by submission.
What?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yep. And then his next fight, he lost to Glover Teixeira. Or he got KO'd, TKO'd round 5. And then he lost to Alexander Rakic. The fight after that, by decision. The fight after that, he won by submission against Devin Clark. Yeah, so his last fight, he won in the first round, 2.5 minutes in by submission.
Good on that guy.
So we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, he's not bad. He's just.
I'm
I
sure it'll
think
be a
he's-
good card.
I think he's had a string of bad luck. Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a good card. Hopefully, as long as Masvidal and Usman don't do that.
Toe stomping. For
Yeah,
hours.
that was such bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I get it because Usman is a wrestler and Jorge is not good, and so he can just hold him up basically. And
Dude, even
protect his
Jorge
face,
has a
but
bunch of fights.
Jorge's been fighting for a long time, dude.
Dude, he's 35-14. Usman's lost one time.
God,
Dude, and
he's
this
such a
that
savage.
Welly Zhang, who's
Mhm.
fighting Thug Rose, is 21-1.
Yep.
Sheesh. Dude, there's 2
Sheesh.
title women fights. I'm excited. Dude, normally the chick fights are normally pretty good.
Yes, they are.
So
I
underrated.
think they're very underrated,
The
honestly.
girls fight so much better than dudes. Even the title defense ones. Oh, that
Dude, they're always
Valentina-
really good.
that Valentina Shevchenko chick is a monster, bro.
Yeah.
She is. That one's gonna be a really good fight to watch. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
pretty stoked on that one.
And it's in Jacksonville, so there should be fans, which is cool. So you can actually hear live reactions and everything.
That'll be interesting.
Dude, I just like hearing when I'm even watching, I like hearing the real crowd and hearing, Rogan or whoever's commentating actually be able to react with the fans because it's so dialed back when they're, Fight Island's cool, but it's just not the same, so.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the full crowd, to be honest. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
It's just so
Man,
much
if
more
we get-
electric, dude. Like when someone's on the ropes and like the crowd just gets it, dude, it's just
Yeah, and
electric.
if anybody wants to start a GoFundMe for the boys to get to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for July 10th, that'd be awesome.
You got it.
McGregor Poirier. Yeah.
I would lose it.
That'd be such a fun fight. I don't even think tickets are on sale yet, and if they are, they're like almost $1,000. So pretty
Pocket
crazy.
change.
Oh yeah, tickets are so absurd. But all right, that's going to do it for the Way Out Here podcast. We'll be back on Thursday. Make sure if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button on Spotify. Make sure you follow us so you get updates as well. And then the full videos are on YouTube. So you can see the clips and the full videos on YouTube if you want to watch the boys in the podcast. But make sure to also follow Way Out Here on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll be back next Thursday.